Amitabh, arithmetic aside, because arithmetic can only work if you have a blueprint, then you can perhaps say, okay, this is how we go about it. The main bone of contention is the way Nitish Kumar has conducted himself politically. There was a time when he was called someone as Mr. Reliable, Sushasan Babu, but today, after the Hoot tragedy and a number of other incidents, and also, of course, him jumping ship from one, I don't know how many ships he's jumped. He must be a master at it. So the point is today, now look at the adversary that he has. I'm using adversary as a political adversary is Narendra Modi, stands for stability. He walks the talk. He has delivered on every promise of his. So even if you look at from the perception point of view, do you think he's someone who can actually deliver? Because politics is not really, a child's play.
See, Nitish Kumar is nowhere in contention to become the prime ministerial candidate face of a joint opposition. His party is going to maximum contest on 17 seats in Bihar or max 20. Same applies for KCR. So all of those leaders idolize Deve Gowda ji. They are all waiting for their Deve Gowda moment to arrive at some point of time. And that is not going to happen because you've raised a very important point. Stability is the key. We are not living in an India of the 1990s and 80s. Out of the 6 non-Congress, non-BJP prime ministers, 5 have not even lasted a year. So, to provide stability to any government, it has to be either a Congress or a BJP-led government at the center. All these leaders do not have a mass appeal. How many votes does a JDU have outside of Bihar? How many votes a Mamata Banerjee has outside of Bengal? How many votes a KCR has out of Telangana? These leaders do not have a pan-India appeal. Whatever said and done, for 2024, Congress, despite being weak, is the only national party which has the claim to lead any opposition front. Other candidate, any other leader cannot claim to lead any joint opposition today.
But
even after getting a national status is not ready there for 2024, probably 2029 if Congress fails again. But at this point of time, it is the Congress which has the legitimacy to claim over any prime ministerial phase of a joint opposition. Whether they go or they do not go is a different matter, because in Lok Sabha elections, 27% people vote on the basis of a prime ministerial phase.
That's what exactly because I think the practicality of politics, Indian politics, we are, there are some issues, and that's where I'm going to bring Brijesh Pandey, who's, really studied the politics of the entire country, but Bihar and UP very, very closely. Now he says Congress is the only main opposition. You agree? I agree, right?
That's how I started my answer. One has to be the lead pole around
which everyone. He is the pole. He is the fulcrum. That is the fulcrum. But if you want to project, although Nitish says no, we'll go in the presidential style of polls. But let's, hypothetically, who do they project as a prime ministerial face? Considering, suppose everyone says the buck stops, neither you KCR nor me Stalin, it's going to be someone from the Congress, then obviously it will be someone who will be a kind of a, also ran, or someone who's a compromise candidate, don't you think? So look at the entire experiment. It's as if you make that person the prime minister, waiting for him to fall.
Well, yes, and past experiences have also, shown very clearly that until and unless you have one party which is at least 140, 150 plus, there is no way you can have a stable coalition. We just played graphics and all of how we had 6 prime ministers in 20 years, and this is the reason why is because no single party had that many MPs so that it can make its writ run large. And with the problem is that the Congress party is the only party which is a national party. Because even its most depleted state, it still has, party offices in remote corners of India and all. But the biggest, the option is Congress, and the biggest problem is Congress. And this is one dichotomy which nobody is able to solve. See, the point is that majority of these people, say for example, a Mamata Banerjee, with 40 plus seats in West Bengal, if she wins 30, why would she want to cede away authority to anybody who is winning 30 or 20 seats? So this number has become the biggest problem which the opposition parties are facing, and it's a very ragtag coalition. It's not led by anybody dynamic. There's no clarity of thought. The majority of the regional parties who are powerful regional parties like KCR, Mamata Banerjee, Aam Aadmi Party and others, they have made it very clear that they don't want to have any truck with Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi and Congress party have also not come out and said that in case of any coalition or us forming the government, Rahul Gandhi is not going to be the prime ministerial candidate. See, one trick thing is that like when Rahul Gandhi was asked to vacate the bungalow and he was stripped of his Lok Sabha membership, there were all statement of supports which started coming in, and there was immediate analysis of how Rahul Gandhi will be leading and the entire opposition is falling behind him. I spoke to BJP people and they were laughing at the sheer absurdity of the conjecture which was drawn. They said, if anywhere it has been Rahul Gandhi versus Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has won by hands down. BJP with Modi has been defeated by Mamata Banerjee, by Aam Aadmi Party, by other regional satraps. But whenever it is BJP versus Congress in a direct fight, barring one or two, say like for example Himachal, they have always won. So even if Rahul Gandhi gets the entire opposition together, if Rahul Gandhi is the face of this thing, then I think chances of a BJP having a bigger victory in 2024 would not be a fallacy, if I may say.